Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, cosmic conscious angels of the new earth. With this buildup of celestial energies, we are still in a holding pattern, building to a sacred crescendo of galactic proportions. We are in the great pause of the still center, preparing our bodies, mind, and spirit for full liftoff in this ascension journey. We keep lighting up the grids while anchoring our highest codes, keys, and signals into Pachamama, deep into the crystalline core of rainbow diamond light. As Gaia goes supernova, we join her in this divine parade of multi-dimensional manifestation. This is the harmonic convergence, which is the merging of all timelines into the emergence of our crystalline diamond bodies of unconditional love. As we rise in the glory of the new golden age of eternal life, we transform into luminous beings of immortality. This is eternal life, infinite light. We have all learned the lessons of the simulation of separation and suffering, letting the universe know humanity has suffered enough, and we heard the clarion call to manifest into this realm, to assist Gaia and all sentient beings of pure awareness in this great awakening. We awaken into the Christ consciousness of our true nature we call the unborn mind of Buddha. All concepts of love point to this one ultimate truth beyond words, and all meanings directly to Source Creator, the great mystery. The 144,000 came here to uplift and shift this whole simulation into the paradise it was always meant to be. The 72,000 divine masculine together with the 72,000 divine feminine join in the center of the sacred hoop to fully activate the holy Merkaba of Mother Earth and bring the two hemispheres into one harmonious balance and divine melody of the heavens. We do this with our bright virtue in our sacred heart centers, connecting to all beings in all realms, timelines, and dimensions. And we do this now. Aho. 222 flowing in. We have many new energies filtering into the earth at this time, coming directly from the great central sun through Solaris and into Mother Earth. We have a couple more CMEs, solar flares, coronal mass ejections with the solar winds coming in tomorrow 26, and they're supposed to peak Friday the 27th. So keep anchoring these energies into the grid through the Katika channel, your central channel, which is the rainbow bridge from the crown down through the spine, through the body. This is the path of the toroidal field, the Merkaba within and surrounding you. External mirror the internal, internal mirror the external, and this realm is a simulation of a collective mirroring. Now with these massive waves coming in, we had many activations all over Pachamama with 189 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. Most powerful again today in the root chakra Pachamama, 5.9 South Sandwich Islands. We had multiple activations there again today. This is the home of the coiled serpent, the rainbow serpent that is rising. This is the divine feminine energy, the goddess energies. Earlier today, all day, we had activations all around the Ring of Fire, starting with Kermadec Islands of New Zealand, 5.4, South Pacific, 4.5, Japan, 4.3, Peru, South America, Andes Mountains, home of our sacred condors, 4.2, and the crown of Lemuria, Rat Islands, Aleutian Islands, 4.6, Itzu Island, Japan, 5.3, a 4.8 activation, South Sandwich Islands, the root chakra again, Haiti again today with a 4.2, Philippines 4.7. Then we had two powerful activations in these powerful portals of the Gobi Desert. The first one, Mongolia 4.4. This is in the northern Gobi Desert in the foothills of the Altai Mountains. And for those that don't know, the Altai Mountains are sacred mountains of Mongolia. One of my sifus that came through last night in a dream to meet my sacred queen, the two dragons of our lineage, Qing Feng Dao Shi, meaning pure wind, man of the Tao. Dao Shi, Shi is the male, and his divine goddess counterpart, Diana Dao Shi. Shi is the masculine, Shi is the feminine in the Chinese language. And the Gobi Desert, very powerful energies here. Altai Mountains is like the Himalayan mountains of the Mongolian Empire. The Mongolian culture, Sifu is Mongolian shaman of the Blue Wolf clan. He and Diana came to me in the higher realms last night to meet my sacred Condor. This is where two worlds come together, for they helped open the portals to assist me in returning to my queen, my sacred Condor, 12D, Venusian, Elven, Lyran, Vulcan lineage. We also had an activation in the southern part of Gobi Desert. This is a very sacred portal because our Sifu, Qing Feng Dao Shi, lineage holder of our lineage, one of our lineages, most sacred Kunlun Mountains, and this separated China from Tibet. This is bordering the plateau of Tibet in the Taklamakan Desert and the Gobi Desert. It creates a beautiful sine wave. This is one of the most sacred, powerful mountains in China, Kunlun. This is the land of the immortals, and this activation was at 2338 UTC 5.4, Council of Nine coming in, called Gansu Qinghai border of China. Gansu is a region in north-central China, not too far from the Mongolian border. And this was another 5.4 activation, Council of Nine energy coming in, 212.2 kilometers from Laojun Miao, China. And these mountain ranges in Central Asia, the Himalayan, the Kunlun, and the Altai Mountains, if you look at it on the map, it creates a perfect yin-yang symbol. The yang in the north, divine masculine, the yin in the south, divine feminine, of the east. And if you follow this channel for a while, we talk about this most powerful portal which spans several countries, where the three holy mountains, Tian Shan, Kunlun, and Himalayan, come together. You've been hearing a lot of information, a lot of talk about Afghanistan. Now, if we look at Afghanistan, where Hindu Kush mountain range merges with the Himalayan Kunlun area, this is in the east of Afghanistan. And you see all these countries over here, Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan. What's up with the Stan character? Why is he getting so much publicity lately? Who is this Stan guy? All joking aside, Istan is an ancient Persian word meaning the land. Now, in ancient times, 500 BC and up, this whole area was Persia. We know Iran is an ancient Persian culture. Persian was a massive empire at one time that spanned the Middle East and parts of Asia. One of the only biggest or bigger empires was the Mongolian, which covered this whole area. But once Mongolia got split up, and Mongolian was the Genghis Khan, the Kublai Khans, the Khans were the emperors, meaning Lord, Emperor, King of that time, the Khans. And this area, after it was split up, you see the Mongolian Empire was in the 13th and 14th century, somewhere around 800, 900 years ago. And it was one of the largest, it was the largest contiguous empire. The only empire larger than the Mongolian was the British. And that's because they conquered the seas. Their navy was the most powerful. See, the Mongolians were so successful because they mastered horsemanship along with sword fighting, spears, and arrows. Now, why is this important? Because this powerful area has been occupied by the British for over 300 years, and it's mainly because of the opium, the opiates. And if you look it up, the Opium Wars about 300 years ago, where China fought with the battles, the wars with the British Empire. Now, the Opium Wars had more to do about tea than they did the opiums, but the emperor at the time banished and made opium illegal, and that was the British's only, we could say, currency that the Chinese wanted at that time. And when the emperor banned it, the British went to war because there was no other way for them to get their tea. There's been many wars fought over tea. Very strange. Look at the Boston Tea Party. That was all about the British taxing the teas, the importing of tea into America, which sparked off the American Revolution, the Revolutionary War. Very strange, I know. But this all leads back to these portals in Asia and the Middle East, the Babylonian debt slavery system and currency. And there was a reason why these countries changed their name to Stan, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Istan meaning the land in ancient Persian language. This was sacred land, holy land, and this was connected to the higher dimensionals and the intradimensionals, which you will be learning a lot about in the near future. Once full disclosure has been enacted and we start learning the true history of this world. Now let's get back to the activations in Russia by the Bering Strait, which separates Russia and Alaska by about 50 to 75 miles. We had a 3.5 activation. Then the 5-4 in China, South Sandwich, another 5-0 activation. Venezuela, one of the most northern points of Venezuela, the northern tip of the Andes Mountains, close to the Caribbean Sea. We had a 4.8 activation, 12 Divine Goddess. Puerto Rico, we had a 3.2. Indonesia, 5-5. Fifth dimensional energy coming in. Okinawa, Japan, 4-8. South Sandwich Islands with the powerful 5.9, the most powerful of the day, which came in at 3:20 UTC. Then we had another 2 activations of the Trinity. South Sandwich 5-0, 5-4, another Council of 9 energy. The Serpent is building, activating, and expanding. El Salvador, Central America, home of our Mayan elders, we had a 4.0. This was at 5:58 UTC. We also had a powerful activation in the heart of Lemuria today, Pahala, Hawaii, with a 3.1. So we're seeing all the chakras of Pachamama being activated, opened, totally lit up. The Ring of Fire is totally lit up. Everything is in preparation for this great ascension, which is what is being called the rapture, which is the event. We are the event. As our individual threefold flame within our heart centers lit up and we connect to our team of 144,000, this creates the external event that many are talking about, which is some call the solar flash. And that is the central sun within every living host going supernova, which means expanding out to the ends of the universe in a moment, merging all into the one. And if you pause for a moment and put your full awareness into your heart center, you are going to get a glimpse of what this is and what it means. This is really beyond explanation, but you can experience it. It's beyond words, but you can know it in your heart and in your mind when the two become one in the heart center. Do not worry, all of this will make sense very soon. Because in this moment, the eyes of our spirit open, and we know all things. Now we're going to continue with the card my Sacred Condor pulls from the tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia, from Raven Phelan. And the card she pulled for you today is 3, the Youth. Keywords: adventure, new horizons, excitement, independence, freedom, rebellion, impulsiveness, loyalty, and compromise. The key phrases: quest for adventure, live in the moment, action without thought, defying tradition and conformity, greater risk, greater reward, assert your independence, embrace individuality, a new direction, freedom from fear and doubts, a time of conflict or turmoil, communication and compromise, address desires. Meaning sweet-faced and beguiling, the youth has left the security of home and hearth without a backward glance. He is alone, but confident in the knowledge that a loving and supportive family will be there if he has need of them. On a quest for adventure and discovery, he seeks the excitement of the new and unknown in distant lands. Following whispers and rumor, he takes risks with little thought or care. His choice is to live in the moment. The past is left behind, while thoughts of the future rest only as far as his next journey. Every adventure gives him a greater knowledge of the world and his place in it. Believing himself both immortal and infallible, he often acts spontaneously, using his charm and enthusiasm to win him favor and release him from strife. He rebels against sage advice to use restraint or caution. As far as the youth is concerned, the greater the risk, the more rewarding the outcome. The only loyalty he shows is to those companions whose journey with him. Those who are loyal to the quest will have his loyalty in return, while those who seek to curb and restrict him will be met with resistance. Those who share his passions and interests are right, while those who do not are wrong. There are no shades of gray. The youth sees all in black and white. The youth also seeks the freedom to find his own answers. Tradition be damned. Life is too short to follow in another's footsteps and do things their way. The youth will do things his way without thought for the consequences. His concern is for today. Tomorrow can take care of itself. Now from Divine Sister of the Light, S.A. Smith, we are in it, and it's just going to get more intense from here. It's a super exciting, energetic time. We were hit with energies from the non-sun facing side of Gaia overnight, the side that has no way of sending in energies, yet it continually happens. We were hit so intensely overnight that our satellites went into protective mode. That's where they basically go into their protective cases. Think a turtle hiding in its shell for 4 hours, then pokes its head out again to see if it's safe. Little satellites get ready to hide all day. We have solar storms coming in today. Then anytime after midnight, EDT, tonight through tomorrow, we have a massive coronal mass ejection or CME earthbound. If you've been setting an intention for a burst of energy to put you over the top, you've been heard and it's coming. If you are flying today or tomorrow, keep an eye on your schedule. Sometimes they ground planes when solar weather gets like this. But for you, Lightworker, enjoy these energies. Use them to propel yourself in your manifestations. It's going to be a magical 48 hours, and it's all for you. Much love and light from agirlintheuniverse.com. And from Divine Angel of the Light, Truth Seeker, beyond the veil, beyond the confines of quarantine Earth, there is a totally different reality, a totally different universe. If you climb above the tachyonic membrane that exists 8.6 miles above the surface of this planet, you enter a universe of love. Beyond the veil, the universe is full of love. Every atom, molecule, subatomic particle beyond the veil is vibrating with that love, and that love will soon overflow our planet and set it free. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Celia Fenn, as we move into Virgo season, we are needing a time to rest and integrate. The image of the Lady and the Lion is symbolic of the Sun in Virgo and the feminine energy of Virgo as an earth house in the astrological zodiac. The pictures always show the Lady as stronger than the Lion and suggest that the soothing power of the Divine Feminine is a healing force after the tumult of the Lionsgate season. I know I'm feeling very tired and just need a time for rest and integration. What a powerful transit. Remember that we have made a huge leap forward, even if it's not entirely visible now. We will feel the shifts and changes in the months to come. For now, just rest and let yourself be held in the soothing embrace of nature and the new earth as it begins to manifest on the planet. Much love to everyone. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Amanda Lawrence, huge incoming energies. Expect more intensity in the world. Some or those around you will feel an increase in mental strain. All will come undone, to then see with clearer eyes. A lot of physical pressure to the head. To ease this physically, focus on the sensation itself that's in your head. Be with it. Become only the sensation. No thought, no defining, no thinking or working it out. Just be with only the physical sensations of pressure. As that, with no thoughts except the experience of sensation, follow the sensations in your head. You will find the pressure turns to a beautiful physical vibration in the head, because you've come out of the lower Hertz part of the brain that thinks into the higher Hertz part that feels vibrations. Become the energy vibration rather than resist it. Hope that helps. Have a go. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica, Starseed Awakening, the Arcturians. As the new light age trajectory is now initiated, an opportunity for grand awakening of infinite proportions. As your multidimensional skills upload, your Starseed DNA knowledge advances. Know your light skills will be amplified to new levels as your light body, physical template advances. We ask you to review your progress thus far and observe your higher light advancement. To realize human consciousness is advancing to Starseed consciousness, the awakening of your multidimensional abilities specifically relating to your Starseed traits encoded within your DNA. Be open for change in every breath and thought. We see every cell bubbling like a pot of soup as you vibrate at a higher level, merging light vibrations, integrating, and becoming the true you. Be open for change. Be in a space of pure heart enlightenment. You will find us. We send waves of cosmic light and a multidimensional beam of light. Know the great Earth Alliance is here, Light Family, assisting, uniting, as we join, united in one light. With love, the Arcturians and Karen, from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Laura Pleiadian, the beloved gateway to the infinite worlds. The beloved love that awaits itself to be known lives now within the heart. All live as this through the higher dimensions now. The infinite worlds manifest through the conscious awareness of the present moment frequency. Walking among many worlds, one opens up through the infinite heart expansion to the never-ending energy access and the love of all that is. Conscious awareness through the heart is the only true fulfillment of love. It is a way of being that cannot be understood until it is known through experience. It is not the seeking of something, it is the fulfillment of being. This divine love contains within it the beauty, glory, and union with the beloved, which is the sacred union all desire to know and to be. In those worlds where the beloved is known as the divine being itself, we expand even more so the infinite divine being throughout many universes, the union with the eternal beloved, manifesting itself everywhere. Entering your inner sanctuary of the heart now, you enter home more and more and learn there has never been any separation at all. For what you think you seek is already here. It is held within the moment, within the heart. It is here where all worlds meet and join as one, as all are perfectly aligned now. Waking up to this is waking up to the infinite perfection of fulfillment. It is you being your divine ultimate being, God's self now, and seeing in the mirror the divine God self itself. In this, the ultimate union with all worlds, all infinite love, we bless and activate you now in this forever love. From the new divinehumanity.com. And from Divine Brostar of the Light, Marco Loper. Every cell has a voltage, and the more you tune yourself on the service to others, polarity with purity of intentions, the more you charge the voltage with positive energy, because you match the frequency of Source, which is fearless, unconditional love. Your aura is affected by your polarity, and how your energetic field is charged determines the health of the physical body. This is the light that all the mystics talk about. The luminous circle above the head of the saints come from the microcrystals available in the pineal gland that once activated connect with the crystalline 5D grid of consciousness. You are a light receptacle and frequency anchors, supreme achievers in the realms of the power of the mind. The vibration you hold determines the realm you establish, and your realm creates the collective realm. There are frequencies of deception and frequencies of liberation. You are liberating this world. And from Divine Brostar of the Light, Isu Sananda Kumra. Moon conjunct Chiron. Be extra aware of what and where the emotions bring us today. Core wounds are being highlighted. A choice can be made to alchemize them into a more aware, present, and loving state of being. It can be intense. Remember, Chiron is symbolized with a key. Chiron is also a master within its craft. Sure, there is pain, though here is also mastery, as well as a hidden, secret key. Embracing the pain, soulfully, wholeheartedly, letting it flow without resistance, is a great way to find this key. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. 808. Since Scorpio season, October 2020, divine unions have been transmuting the seed point of unworthiness that created separation. In the past, the masculine have been scared to take action towards the divine feminine Christ. She's powerful, wise, and has a connection to Source that is unparalleled to other feminines and themselves. This revealed the triggers that created overreaction and running. Since the seed point was found, Learning and evolution out of that state of lack has been happening, which is coming to completion. The masculine is ending this phase of healing and are preparing for commitment with the divine feminine Christ. The feminine is regaining their power and position as being put first. Rejection based on how valuable of a leader you are may have been confusing and stressful. You could have chose to dim your light to please others. However, you have continued holding space for yourself and your ascension. Positive change is now happening, bringing blessings and more powerful spiritual abilities and leadership for all your efforts. Continue courageously forward, believing in yourself. Karma and relationships are coming into balance. Rewards for all your efforts and restoration of what's been taken is coming to you. Forgiveness and closure of the lessons that helped your ascension is completing the old cycle. A new cycle is birthing of being an ascended being who has an equivalent ascended counterpart. The guidance right now is to do you and protect yourself, your energy, and your space. Detach from relationship drama. Give yourself space to heal from the narcissist, codependent paradigm. A big tower moment is about to collapse the remaining limitations. They keep the masculine and feminine separated. You have already experienced these collapses. The masculine is now being exalted out of the old paradigm. Love and unity is the new way. So whatever is blocking this is being removed. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Andrea. Mishaps and misunderstandings are arising with Mercury now opposing Neptune. Things get twisted, misinterpreted. Communication can go awry, or does it? Truly, has anything ever been wrong? Can there really ever be a mishap when everything guiding you to this point, here and now? What if for today you decided to not hit the panic button as life throws a pattern you don't particularly like or enjoy? What if today you simply took a breath and immediately thought something along the lines of interesting? What if you chose the narrative of, I wonder what possibilities this is going to bring? And if you catch yourself saying the wrong thing, instead of putting your head in either the shame bucket or throwing the bucket in defense, perhaps this time you could breathe and know that all is being said from the innermost. And if we don't quite understand, then the language of light is what we are next to learn. Mercury is the throat chakra and the law of vibration, and so one of the very best ways to channel this energy and tune up is to sing mantras and chant, getting deep into the voice box and feel your chest vibrate. This calms the nervous system, which changes your frequency into the peace tones, assisting you to hold a powerful light field. Breathing, deep purposeful breaths to keep you present. Neptune is the higher octave of Venus, therefore Neptune is divine, out of this world love, all that is spiritual, of source, of our Father's love. This energy is particularly hard for us to grasp, as much of its codes sit outside the human operations, and feels quite alien to us due to our ideas of what love is, and the limitations and conditions we placed upon it. Neptune is the awakener, but in order to receive, then sleep or daydreaming could well be the calling so that you can entirely get out of your own way. Water will seem particularly overflowing with data, as will nature, and with Mercury in play you may find silence to be the order of the day, so that presence is held in perfection. Holding the focus on how you feel and remembering the vows you placed into the voids during the Lionsgate portal as you gauge in terms of how you wish the new to be experienced. The portal to the Lionsgate closed in the early hours this morning. Thank you to those who participated in the closing ceremony throughout the night. It was a divine celebration, a new template of authenticity anchored, and a powerful alignment activated. In order to support this step up, it becomes essential to rise up into a new ordering. And this is why when we experience the frequency made by two planets in a somewhat awkward positioning, that we use its frequency to assist us in our expansion. This means we go to the meaning of the occurrences rather than getting tangled up in the details. Look at why, not what, and learn from the root of the cause, and the answer to this lies in your deepest truth. From a gift from Gaia.com. And from the Archangelic Calendar, Gaia is in Circe's will. Circe, our galaxy, acts upon the infinite universe's will. The current setting is Earth Spirit, is the higher self of everything physical takes over in profound ways. This statement means that all bets are off, as the higher aspects of ourselves are in complete control and are in an organized phase at the moment. It is said in many regards, but in a very aloof way, but we are saying this in a very literal way. We are beyond space and time. Some of us live way ahead of median time, some behind. It is not unique that everyone is merging all points of reality from all times and places. This situation is a mandatory happening, as all higher dimensional planetary existence requires this circumstance to exist in higher dimensional parameters. The Earth is electrical, as is the ether, and it is conducive to the ongoing metamorphosis happening within the macro and micro. It is incredible to see the landscape of our reality come alive in such an overstated fashion. The galactic reset is complete and is reflected in the appropriate category, B4. The macro moved in unimaginable ways to make miracles happen on a broad spectrum of landscapes. Make no mistake about it, we do not read the stars, we command them. Legion and 5D News. The bodies of many indigenous children have been found in great numbers. Any of the children who wish to go home have gone. The others who want to join the effort have been welcomed, initiated, and prepared to do so. There are good and evil in all things, people, places, and groups. The Pleiadians are no exception. There are rogue groups within those boundaries that do not align with harmony. The Pleiadian, Syrian, and Arcturian alliance is increasing in numbers. The most noteworthy alliance addition is the Mantis and the Lyran star races, which have joined the alliance and are making their presence known. The layers of the sun will be dissectable. This statement means that those who can see the many dimensions in which the sun exists will see them more clearly. Much of the reason for this is that the higher self of the sun is a profound being. This living gateway has come alive in new and unique ways. The battle of good versus evil, so to speak, is complete in the higher dimensions. This wave of energy is about to hit the physical dimensions. It will manifest in the median of the expectations of the parties involved. Besides the hostility to all life on Earth, EMFs are designed to suppress our abilities. This truth was uncovered while using an EMF blocking bracelet that caused the user to facilitate some collateral damage. We are working consciously and subconsciously on parallel universes and higher dimensions. This statement is simply a fact of life that we all must accept. Science at its core is a system where a theory, hypothesis, or item is rigorously beaten up in a process to disprove it. The core is shaky at best, as we have yet to see such integrity in modern times. There is no symbolic apocalypse other than the literal one, meaning the grand reveal. From the archangelicalendar.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Mercury in Virgo opposite Neptune and Pallas in Pisces. Ceres conjunct North Node in Gemini. The mind is flooded with impressions seeping through the ether under bewildering influences. The Virgo urge is to refine, clean, order, serve, help, but Neptune is shapeless, formless, indistinct, messy. Everything seems fuzzy around the edges. And as my grandmother used to say, we feel like we're knitting fog. Minds wander when they should be working. Important details get forgotten. The phone is on blink and communication muddled. Unanswered questions cloud decisions. And yet there is something beautiful at work too. Our creative imagination is bathed in soulful images. Dreams stir us to consider ideals. Music is meaningful. Poetry is holy. While we need to guard against wishful thinking and glossing over facts, there's potential to tap into collective wisdom. Great Goddess Ceres also opens the karmic evolutionary gate today, reminding us that we need to nurture our curiosity and nourish our minds. Speak up for Mother Earth. If you're lost, ask for a sign. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 254, White, Resonant Wizard. Resonant is the name for the number 7, and its keywords are channel, free will, and attune. Number 7 days are all about using your intuition, trusting your gut instincts. We all have this ability, but sadly too often we ignore what we feel. Listen carefully, Spirit is always trying to send us messages. You just need to tune your receiver. Today is White Wizard, and keywords associated with it are enchantment, receptivity, and timelessness. The Wizard of the Tzolk'in is a charming character who can mesmerize all that encounters him. If you are a wizard, you are always charming, but when it's your day, you have even more power over others, so be careful how you use your charms. We can all take a leaf out of Wizard's Book of Spells and enchant others. Enchantment can occur in pleasant surprises, chance encounters, or magical journeys. Today, if you use your intuition, it will lead you in the right direction. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Resonant Wizard, Kin 254, 25th of August 2021. Attuning to magic. Magic happens. 25/8/2021 equal 38 equal 25/8/5 equal 7/8/5 equal 7/13 equal 7/4 equal 11 equal 2. Day codes 25 spiritual wisdom, learning from the past. 38 spiritual test, strength. 7 magic, mystic, spiritual solitude, initiation. 11 portal gate, duality. 2 twins, partners, cooperation. Month year codes. 8 abundant, infinite source flow. 5 freedom, change, transformation, liberation. 13 goddess, cosmic consciousness, natural lore. 4 foundation, form, earth, angelic. Kin 254 equal 11 equal 2, partnership, romance. A huge magical day today with the 7 resonant tone, 25 equals 7 daily code, and the white wizard equal triple the magic. The number 25 brings us the opportunity to learn from our past mistakes and finally pass our spiritual tests. The white magic that our each wizard is casting today will break the evil, hypnotic dream spell, and through divine enchantment awaken the sleeping beauties. Alleluia! Divine providence is underway. Magic happens indeed. Day 7 of the spectacular Yellow Star wave spell, where we are awakening our sparkle and using our creativity to attract more beauty, grace, and harmony in our lives, so that our lives become a living work of art. Today we are becoming still and receptive in order to attune to the endlessness of the magic that surrounds us and fills our being with sparkle. Tone of creation, resonant, tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channel, essence attunement. The resonant tone very powerfully ignites the manifestation potentials today, as it provides the ability to fine-tune and channel these magical forces. As our sparkle is ignited, we then inspire others who can see our light. Remember that it is our vibration that will energize our creation, and that this is broadcast through our emotional body rather than our mental body. It is very important that we are stable, calm, and receptive to our feelings and what frequencies we are actually emitting as a transmitter to the etheric realm. Number 7 is the frequency of the mystic and the magician, which is divinely perfect on a white wizardry day. At tone 7, our vibrating phenomenon learns to be still and to listen. Mystical 7 understands that everywhere is magical, but right here is better. Once we attune and then channel the magic through this present moment that is available to us all. Today is a very powerful magical code, but unless you put in the effort to create something with this energy that presents, then it will just rush on by and nothing will change. So the gift of Kwan is to know that a little effort each day pays off big dividends in the long term. That little seed will be seedling, then a plant, and then perhaps one day a mighty tree. If you do not see instant miracles in one day, do not give up the magic spell that you cast. You have set the spell in motion. Your enchantment is being created in the ethers and is on its way. Keep believing and keep expressing your radiant powers benevolently each day, and the universe will return the energy 1,000-fold. Collectively, the test of the resonant seed is highly charged and activated in the electrical seed year. There is a huge push for the sleeping, stagnant seeds to rouse from their slumber today, to stir, to rise and awaken from the dark dream spell, to open their eyes and for the first time in their lives recognize the beauty and majesty that Spirit is desiring to show us all as a global family. Today's question is, how can I awaken and attune to the endless magic and wisdom that surrounds me in order to create healing miracles and becoming inspirational to my kin? Wishing you a divinely charming and magical white wizardry day. Let us pray that we have a great mass awakening today. In Lakek a la Kin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 254, White Resonant Wizard. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to enchant. Inspiring receptivity, I seal the output of timelessness. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of death. And on this powerful day of activations and transformations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're seeing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to now take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of our Patreon pledges and donations that we're able to continue our work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Brostar of the Light Rodney, Ramage Artist, for your pledge and support on Patreon. Thank you very much, Brostar. If you'd like to support our work and mission, you can make a monthly pledge at our link at whitegoldeagle.com, or you can go to patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. Now, I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Arifa Gill, for another donation. Thank you very much. We'd also like to thank Divine Brostar of the Light, Edward John Curry, for your donation. One of my father's best friends' name was Dennis Curry from Lebanon. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Ingrid Goodear, for your donation. Thank you all very much. We appreciate you all and are thankful, grateful for all of your support. I'd like to also thank Divine Brostar of the Light, John May, for purchasing our meditation from our website. Thank you very much. We truly appreciate you all and your support. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you could do so at our link to PayPal at eaglelovecondor.com. Now, I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork on Etsy. You can purchase her beautiful handmade Zodiac Goddess totems and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. And be sure to support her YouTube channel, where she's teaching many creative art styles, and her channel is also Luna Goddess Art. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from our Pleiadian Brostars and Sistars of the Light. Pleiades 1 messages, August 25th, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Greater healings continue to take place. Christic sensors are expanded. Galactic scouts continue to be activated. Celestial renewals take place. Terrans called to internal reconstruction. Dynamics of new elected are delivered. Full updates of MIRV program in progress, 100% non-regressive. Alliance +++ anchoring and expansion, 86% non-regressive. Neva, EMON, PROS, CRIS, and greater than 76% non-regressive. Transcendental movement, GORM initiated. Ongoing self-support, 99% non-regressive. 144 +++, GR plus, ATEMP +++. Heavenly realms install themselves divinely. Internal searches are rewarded. Central nights definitely arrive. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1 supporting active missionary channels from disclosurenews.it. So thank you again, beloved beings of light, for joining us today on this beautiful, magical, mystical day. In our day out of time, as we travel in between worlds, merging the two, the physical and the non-physical, heaven and earth, the 37 into the 73. We are the world bridgers as we bring the two shores together, merging together in our sacred heart center, where the threefold flame burns brightly. So keep shining your brilliant light into the night, and walk gently your sacred path with heart. 444 coming in. Be sure to make this day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.